morning, everybody. My name is Nate Morris, and I'd like to welcome you back to another video. And today we are back on an oval here at Florence Motor Speedway for the South Carolina 400. The last time I raced on an oval was right around a month ago at Caraway Speedway, and I haven't been here at Florence since the end of August. That being said, the last time we were at Florence, we were one of the top cars, finished in the top 5 nearly every race, and finished 3rd in the weekend championship for the Southern Showdown Series. A number of people have said that the transition back from road course to oval is a tough one, but if I'm going to have to reacclimate to oval racing, Florence is one of the places that I would want to do that at. We came down yesterday for some of the open practice sessions, and we weren't quite where we wanted to be. The car was a little off. I was a little off as a driver just coming back from the road courses. So once I got some things ironed out with my driving and we got to working on the setup, we were feeling pretty good by the end of Friday. This morning our changes seemed to work. We picked up a 10th over anything I had run the day before, and I was roughly 2/10 off of the top times. Taking into consideration that we were roughly a 10th to a 10th and a half off of the very fastest time at the Southern Showdown, I feel like I've reacclimated pretty decent for how little preparation we've done for this weekend. That being said, when we finished off practice Friday, I was in the top 5 on the speed charts, but on Saturday morning when I picked up a 10th, I dropped to 11th on the speed charts. So it seems like a bunch of the other cars that are here have been testing for this, and they've figured out how to run some pretty solid laps. If you were to throw out the fastest lap and look at the consistency though, we're right there with just about everybody else. Unfortunately, I was unable to find any kind of pace in qualifying, so we're going to be starting 15th for the race. Between the last practice on Friday and the first practice today, we freed the car up a little bit. And it was good in the first practice because it was a little bit earlier. There wasn't a lot of temperature in the track, and there was a good bit of cloud cover. Unfortunately for qualifying, there was 0 cloud cover. The track temperature was a little bit warmer, and so we went from the car rotating very nicely to just being flat out loose. So I'm not crazy about starting 15th. I felt like we should have been at least in the top 10, if not a little bit closer to that top 5. We haven't been phenomenal this weekend, so I think a top 10 would have been doing good for us, but 15th place out of 22 cars is way further back than I wanted to be. Like I said earlier though, I've got good consistency with my laps, so that should pay off in the race a little bit better than anything. We're definitely top 10 caliber in this race, but I feel like if I can do my job and we don't have anything out of our control affect us, I think that we have a good shot at being inside that top 5 when the checkered flag falls. But talking about it and getting it done are two very different things. So now I've just got to go out and I've got to do my job. Thank y'all for clicking on today's video. I hope y'all enjoy it, and let's get into it.
They're pushing 40 is what they're doing. It really is. And this thing is just taking off. And look, we've got 23 cars here this afternoon and set to go for the South Carolina 400. Austin Thompson on the high side. Jet the Threat Johnson down low. Green lights are on.
It's a really stout field. As you see the ticker down the bottom, you can see where your favorite driver is. Thompson with the run up on the outside, out turn 2 down the back straightaway. Ryan Zima going to follow him through into second.
Ryan Zima, great racer in the Legends rank. He works his way into that second spot now, and Zima goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Zima takes the top spot down into turns 1 and 2. Brandon Elvis, our analyst, said I'm going to be watching that 4 car. That didn't take long. Like he knows what he's talking about. How about that?
Yeah, they did a good job.
Well, Ryan's got a lot of success here at Florence Motor Speedway over the last couple of years, and man, he made that look really easy. He went from 3rd to 2nd in turn 1 and 2, from 2nd to 1st in 3 and 4. He wants to lead every lap. 7 starts here this season in a Legends car and 6 wins. So, yeah, he's pretty good around this racetrack. So Ryan Zima sets the pace. Austin Thompson runs in the 2nd spot. 3rd spot's the number 117 machine. That is Nathan Williams. Nathan Williams in the 117 car running in 3rd spot.
And you'll see a lot of these drivers go to Southern National next week, and Ryan Zima's probably just as good there as he is here at Florence. Change back for the 4th spot. Looks like Hunter Jordan going to work down the inside of Cameron White. It takes 4th away here, coming around to complete lap number 4.
McSlush is what Hunter Jordan's nickname is, and he works his way up to the 4th spot right now. So Hunter Jordan works his way in position at number 4, and Cameron White runs in the 5th spot now as they make their way out of the backstretch. White's under fire. Jet Johnson started on the pole, kind of dropped back to the 6th spot, but Johnson looking to the low side right now, trying to challenge. And boy, there you see Riley Hutchins in a big old battle coming out from turn number 4, running back mid-pack here. Legends cars really putting on a show here this afternoon at Florence.
Leaders on the left side of the screen, and then you see some of those battles further back over on on the right side of the screen as some of these drivers try to get it sorted out, because 35 laps, it'll go by quickly here for the Legends as the leaders go back into turn number 1 now. Down on the right side of the screen, that looks like the other 38 car, I believe. That's Gerald White trying to work his way up.
Yeah, Gerald is the nephew. The racers out of Lakewood, Florida. They come up and spend their summers in a motor coach, and they go to Atlanta Motor Speedway, and they go, well, we got one slow Hansen on the front straightaway. Man, there was some great driving on the front stretch getting around the 00 machine as he slowed on the high side, able to keep that car going. And we continue on here right now with this one, as picking him up and laying him down is Ryan Zima, down this time to complete lap number 8.
Yeah, looks like that 00 Hansen out of the way there. Zima, the leader, back into turn number 1. He's got about 5 car lengths right now on Austin Thompson, but you're going to have a couple of cars coming up there. Nathan Williams and Hunter Jordan will make it about a 3-car battle for second here before too long, I think.
Yeah, Nathan Williams, the driver out of Ash, North Carolina, in that yellow number 17.
Side of row number 1 alongside Austin Thompson, row 2. Nathan Williams and Hunter Jordan, row 3. Cameron White and Jet Johnson as the pace truck is in. Field coming into the restart zone. Brandon Willard looks him over. Green flag back out. Let's see if Thompson can make a run here on the outside of Zima as they go back into turns 1 and 2.
Thompson gets a run down into turn number 1. We'll see what Zima does on the low side as he battles to the inside, and Zima's able to take that spot. Now Nathan Williams takes a peek to the low side of Thompson. He gets there in the middle of that one as they make their way off from turn number 4 down to the stripe. They come side by side for position number 2.
Yeah, I thought maybe Thompson could get up there and get a run up on the outside, but right now he's struggling because he's got Williams down to his inside here trying to take second away, and he's going to be freight trained if he's not careful.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hunter Jordan's down there licking his chops in the number 81 car. He looks to the low side now of Thompson. He is there on the inside of turn number 1. So Hunter Jordan McSlush in that number 81 car. And the hit parade continues now as Cameron White in that 38 car slides to the low side. So freight train was the word that you used, Alan. And boy, Austin Thompson in a big problem right now on the high side of the racetrack.
That's old Florence. That's what you used to see here, is if you got up on the outside, there's plenty of room for you. It was safe, but you drop back. Now, here comes Hunter Jordan going for second. He's going to take second pretty easy. Wonder if he might have something for Ryan Zima.
Yeah, Hunter Jordan is really, really good in that number 81 car as he works his way around, picked up a win in the summer shootout. Round number 8, finished 8th in the points. Oh, we got one off the racetrack down into turn number 1, and yellow flag is out. Somebody just started calling me that. And I'm like, huh? That's it. So McSlush it is, because somebody just started calling him that. And McSlush is going to restart in the 3rd spot.
All right, here they come out of turn number 4, coming to get the green flag here with 11 laps completed. Back to turn number 1 they go. Jordan tucked right back up in behind Ryan Zima as they come out of turn number 2. That'll allow him again to get a run down the inside of Nathan Williams for second.
Yeah, Hunter Jordan gets the run this time. Oh, we got one around the wrong way. That's the number 70 there, the T2 of Camden Truett. Killer Cam the wrong way around, and yellow flag is going to be on.
Just a good race car driver. You saw it there whenever Cam Truett spun there, because Kyle Beatty was out there looking at every bit of it, didn't make any contact, and come back to green. And again, Hunter Jordan's going to have to try and make his way around that car, Nathan Williams.
11 laps down, 24 laps to go, and Hunter Jordan down on the low side, Williams up on the high side as they make their way there side by side for position number 2. Again, Ryan Zima, as he's done so many times before here at Florence Motor Speedway, gets the advantage, and Hunter Jordan follows through into that 2nd spot.
Brandon, you were talking about it. I think Hunter Jordan may have something for him. I mean, he's gonna have to be on top of his game to get around that 4 car. We see him continuing to battle down the back straightaway. Right now, Johnson in that 94 car continuing to drop a few spots, but now Hunter Jordan taking a peek to the inside of Zima back to turn 1.
Yeah, and that's the line that Hunter Jordan's running right now. He's getting really, really, really good drive off the bottom, especially down here in turn 4. Able to pull right up to the back bumper of Ryan Zima. He's going to be looking to the inside of him here coming off the corner. He's getting to the middle of the corner really well, able to get it turning down. Ryan Zima kind of took his line away there, though. Ryan Zima's not no stranger to this racetrack. He knows how to get around here.
Ryan Zima really good on offense and can be really good on defense also. As he runs at the front of the field, a two-car breakaway. Man, look at this battle. Wow, Cameron White has got the third spot. Boy, there's Austin Thompson there. There's Nathan Williams in the middle of that scrum. We've got Alex Reeling in there. Jeff Johnson is in there. Nate Morris is in there. They're just throwing haymakers at each other from third on back.
Look how long it's taken Austin Thompson in that two to work his way back up to where he's at. Nathan Williams didn't want to waste any time up there on the outside because he knew he'd get freight train. Now here comes Thompson down the inside wide. They go back into turn number one here for third.
Yeah, Thompson to the low side. Oh, Nathan Williams got together with Reeling, I believe that is. And Williams gets dirt track stuff we see up at Millbridge Speedway, whether it's the karting world. You know, Brandon, you talked about the karting world, whether it's quarter midgets. We have a great quarter midget program up in Salisbury, North Carolina, and there's hundreds of kids out racing. And this is what we see, them climbing the ladder and getting their way up here as we get back to green flag racing action. And again, the Ryan Zima show, although this time he's got some company on the high side.
Yeah, this is the first time Jordan's been up on the outside for a restart, and that's the best we've seen anybody get out of turn two. The problem, though, is he's going to have somebody filling that inside spot. I believe that's 38 of Cameron White as they go back into turn one, but Jordan's still going after Zima.
Yeah, Jordan got a good run around the outside of White, so he did not allow White to give up his line, and more important than that, give up the speed. And now Hunter Jordan is just massaging that back bumper. Just a little bit of a kiss, a little bit of a tap. Hey, Ryan, I'm back here. I'm back here now. Look to your left, look to your right. Where's he going to be at? He's down to the inside. Ryan Zima has got to fight here with Hunter Jordan.
Well, you talked about how good Ryan Zima was offensively and defensively. Definitely plays defense right now, and Brandon, it's exactly like you said. This 81 car just able to get off the bottom of the corner so good in turn two and turn four. Whoa! Contact there as Zima tried to get down there in front of White. They made contact. That's a heck of a job by Zima not to spin that car.
Man, most of the drivers in this field, most of the drivers here today would have wadded up race cars. Ryan Zima's that good.
Yeah, and you're talking about how well he wasn't playing defense. Defense is really hard to play when the car chasing you down can drive to your door off the corner. So Hunter Jordan's got a really good race car out front right now. Look at the set of pace, but Ryan Zima's not going away. He's getting back on the gas. He's running back down. He's running Hunter Jordan back down, excuse me.
Coming back this time, there will be 15 laps to go. You see the leaders on the left side of the screen. And then Cam True and the others trying to make their way back up. Nathan Williams there in 117 after having problems.
Yeah, Williams gets to the low side of Macedo. There's Reeling. They sent him to the back, I believe, as well for his part in it. So they're making their way up through the field right now as we roll along through this race. So great racing action here. Williams running in, let's see, where's Williams at in position number? Yes, exactly, the fourth spot. It's a battle for fourth out back.
You know, I hate that for Reeling in the 42 because that definitely was not intentional. But they made a late entry into that late move going down, and it really didn't give Williams a lot of time to know that he was there, and that's why they made contact.
Yeah, absolutely. So the contact was made, and they find themselves now battling. I think Williams has got himself back in the top 10 now, is where they're at as they make their way forward. But this thing's starting to get away. Thompson now works to the low side of Cameron White as they're side by side for third spot. Don't look now. Ryan Zima is right off the back bumper of Hunter Jordan, so this one may not be over just yet.
I don't think it's over at all. Whoa, we got to spin down the back straightaway. Man, I thought that second car there, I believe the 42 or no, one's Macedo.
Allison Johnson. That's Allison Johnson, yeah.
And I thought she was going to hit that inside.
Laps remaining here. Hunter Jordan is the race leader with Ryan Zima in the second spot.
This could be a really good final 12 laps. I think it's going to be, as Jordan leads the field back into the restart zone. Bumper to bumper they go down into turn number one. A couple of cars poking out, looking down the inside. One of those cars is the 94 Jet Johnson. He's able to get a run down past Austin Thompson for fourth.
Yeah, he's back up the fourth spot. After starting on the pole position is Jet Johnson. Jet the Threat Johnson from Nebraska up to the fourth spot. Cameron White from down in Lakeland, Florida runs in the third spot. Ryan Zima, originally from California, now makes his home in North Carolina, runs in position number 2. And Hunter Jordan from Davidson, North Carolina is the race leader, but Boy, I'll tell you what, Zima on the back bumper, that's a nightmare for a race car driver here at Florence Motor Speedway.
He's going to have his hands full here for these final 10 laps. As Zima is all over him out of turn number 2. He goes, and all of a sudden, Brandon, it looks like now the 4's able to get a good run out the corner. He almost pushes Jordan up the racetrack. He's got to run to the inside.
Yeah, I was sitting there watching that battle. He kind of changed, Ryan Zima changed his lineup a little bit. Seen where the 81 was beating him at, was able to mimic that and capitalize on it. He had a heck of a run down the back straightaway. Gave Hunter Jordan a little bit of tap going into 3, sliding right back by him, textbook style right there, back to the lead for Ryan Zima. Hunter Jordan's not done though.
No, the bump and run is all part of Legends Car Racing, and Hunter Jordan works to the low side now. I would not be shocked if there's not a bump and run in the future.
I think he wanted to do it in turn 3, and Zima knew it was coming and way overdrove it into turn 3. See if Jordan can get to him now. He does give him a tap to turn 3.
Sends him up the racetrack just a little bit, and here comes Hunter Jordan down to the low side. Jordan takes the run. Zima just absolutely yields it up. Does not race side by side. We got one in trouble on the backstretch. It didn't get out of harm's way. Ryan Zima, Hunter Jordan, Cameron White, Jet Johnson, and Austin Thompson, your front 5. Here we come. Off turn number 4, Brandon Willard takes a look. Green lights are on.
Boy, Jordan is all over Zima. Zima might have held the brake just a little bit there. These two don't need to mess around too much, though, because they've got that third place car, Cameron White, right there if they start messing around too much.
Uncle Cameron, he'd love to just ruin this 2-man party at the front of the field. Here they come. With 7 laps to go, it is up front where the action is. Hunter Jordan gets to the low side of Ryan Zima. Zima gets the momentum on the high side. They're wheel to wheel off turn number 2.
Boy, this is as good as it gets out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Jordan on the inside, Zima on the outside. Cameron White going to try and stick a nose in there. Not quite able to do it. Zima will hold him for now. McSlush
has a whopping car and a half length advantage. Now Ryan Zima needs to go to work to close that down just a little bit. And Cameron White is right there licking his chops in the 3rd spot now. Hunter Jordan in that number 81 is the race leader, a 3-car breakaway at the front of the field.
Battle back for 4th. Austin Thompson had a look down the inside of Jet Johnson. Now he's going to lose another spot here. I believe Nathan Williams will work around. Now just 5 laps to go.
5 laps to go here now, and we'll see what happens whether Ryan Zima needs to go to work. He's got about 2 car lengths between Hunter Jordan, and Hunter Jordan needs to be flawless over the final 4 laps. As they come down to the stripe to complete lap number 31, it's Jordan, it is Zima, it is Cameron White in the 3rd spot, Jet Johnson, and how about Williams with the recovery up to position number 5 after that spin midway through the race.
That's major. Nathan Williams in that 117. It's not like there's been a lot of attrition. He's had to pass a lot of cars to get back up in the top 5.
I'm not sure he's not done passing cars either. He is all over Jet Johnson down into turn number 1. The battle for the 4th spot at the front of the field right now has stabilized a little bit. We've actually got 3 or 4 laps where Hunter Jordan has been able to keep things in tow at the front of the field. We got one spinning but moving. That is James Ebert from over in Harrisville. Yellow flag is out. Does Ryan Zima.
Okay.
Yeah, he's down to 4 or 5 times a week. So, but this is where it matters at this point. You've got your heart's been racing, you've been beating, you're sweating, you're hot. The car's probably not handling well, and right now is where all the focus is, and the focus is at the front of the field.
Down on the inside, here comes Zima. He's got to run. Jordan, see if he can pull him on the outside. Zima still got a nose to the inside. He tries to crowd him a little bit. He's going to have to give him room, but Jordan will hold on now, coming back for 2 laps to go.
Man, Hunter Jordan just able to shut the door just enough so Ryan Zima could not kick it open. And Hunter Jordan again has that 2-car length advantage now, off from turn number 2. Zima needs to do something, and he needs to do something quickly. A phrase we haven't said too many times here at Florence Motor Speedway, because the white flag is out. One more trip around this historic racetrack.
Zima drove it in deep there last time going into turn 3. Right now he's a couple of car lengths behind. I don't think he's going to have enough to get up there. Hunter Jordan leads to turn 3.
Hunter Jordan into turn number 3, up off from turn number 4. When you come to Florence Motor Speedway and win, you've done something well. Hunter Jordan did it.
Well, I've definitely got some mixed feelings after that one. The race itself I felt like went about as well as we could have reasonably expected, with starting 15th. It didn't take long for me to drive up to 6th place, so we picked up 9 spots in pretty much the first half of the race. I was in position on one of those restarts to work my way up to 5th, but as I was in position for the pass, the other car slowed his momentum and came down the track a little bit to get to the bottom line, and we made contact, which was my right front tire to his left rear tire. And since the right front suspension's a lot weaker than the right rear, it knocked the toe out on my car, and it just took every bit of handling out of it after that. Up to that point in the race, I had still been struggling with my car having a loose condition about 3 or 4 laps into a run, and then when it got the toe knocked out, it kind of halted any forward momentum that we still had. If it hadn't been for those last couple of cautions, we would have probably rolled to a 6th place finish. And then on the final restart, I went to shift and didn't get it fully in gear, and so it popped into neutral, and I lost a couple spots there. So we brought home a 9th place finish, which, to say I'm disappointed with today's race is not fair. Like I say, it was about as good as it could be, for where we were starting. Like I say, we picked up 9 spots at one point. We ended the race with a net gain of 6 spots. The car's still in one piece, and we got a top 10. So I don't have much to complain about. I've just got ideas for how we can do better in the future. And to be completely fair, I'm not disappointed with how this weekend has gone. We were definitely one of the lesser prepared teams for this event. A lot of people had come down to test either the Thursday before or they'd done some testing before that. And I haven't been on an oval in a month, and we haven't been at Florence in nearly 2 months. So to come back from 6 consecutive road course races and expect to jump right back into being a top 5 contender is probably not a legitimate expectation at this point. That being said, even with our limited preparation time, myself not firing on all cylinders, and the car setup definitely being a little bit off for this weekend, I still think we performed well. A couple adjustments and we're right there with the top 5 in the race. But I definitely think this weekend showed that even when we're not at our best, we still have the ability to be pretty darn good. So, thank y'all for watching today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.